Yeah, I got my trekking poles out. You know what that means? It's time to handle some business. That business. How's it going? So what I got for you guys here is I did 2 days at the Slaughter Canyon Trail in Carlsbad Caverns National Park, New Mexico. You might be thinking, what happened to West Texas? I was there for 3 days in Lubbock, but like the people in Austin told me, it really wasn't that exciting due to the fact I didn't know anyone there. There wasn't a lot of attractions. I mean, there was a Buddy Holly Museum, a lot of golf courses, but I don't golf. So it was just pretty bland. I didn't film anything there, and now we're into New Mexico. Well, I spent 2 days on this trail, so let's get back to it. Well, it's time to get started. There's the first sign. And the trail looks a little bit overgrown. Guess we'll see how it goes a little bit closer here. Yeah, this could be a fun trail. One thing about the trail is that it's entirely marked by cairns. There are no signs. Kind of like this one and this one. Those two, of course, are really easy to see, but the trail would zigzag in and out at the start through the washout, and there's tons of rocks everywhere, kind of like this. This kind of put a strain on me early on in the hike, as you'll see here. So I'm just here taking a break, about 40 minutes in, double checking the map because there's two possible ways for the trail to go, so looks like I'm heading about straight north. Path is definitely hard to follow here. I mean, it's overgrown in a lot of places, and there's some secondary paths that also lead off. So a lot of times you just head the general direction basically. Find a path and follow it as long as you can. That was probably the most draining thing of the entire ordeal, was at the very start, the first like hour to 2 hours, when I lost the trail and I was kind of meandering through the wilderness, making my way towards to get back on the trail, because I knew where it was going to meet up again using my map. Of course, I did find the trail again, and I went on, so I have some more clips. So you can see the temperature's just under 90 degrees. It's about 5 o'clock. Been out for 2.5 hours. Probably go another hour and a half more. Try and find a spot to set up camp for tonight anyway. Feeling kind of tired, gonna be looking forward to having some supper and just laying down for quite a while. Wow, I found a step. This is my first sign of human life since I left my car. This is crazy. Yep, one single step. Not another fucking thing around it though, but it's there. Well, it's the end of the first day. It's like 7:30 at night. Feeling pretty beat. The 4 hours I got of sleep last night kind of sucked for this. But yeah, I'm gonna set camp up here. I'm pretty close to the end, if my watch is right, the elevation. But I'll just set up camp here for the night. The sun's about to go down, so yeah. So as you can see, at the end of the first day I was pretty beat. It's a variety of reasons. I only had 4 hours of sleep the night before, like I said. I started in the afternoon, which is the hottest part of the time of day and probably the worst time to actually be going. My pack was really heavy because I had to carry a lot of water. Since it's a desert area, there's no water at all on the trail. You have to carry everything. All the water you're going to drink, you have to carry in your pack. And of course the biggest thing was losing the trail. And I mean, that was a bit mental as well, not just physical. Mental thing, having to look for the trail, and it was just draining overall. So that night, I ended up camping on the ridge where I filmed there. There was no place to set up my tent because all the rock and the bush is very heavy there, a lot of rough plants, all this was in my way. There was just no place to set up a tent, so I ended up rolling out my sleeping mat, my sleeping bag, and I slept underneath the stars. As I was laying there underneath the stars, waiting to fall asleep, it was a little bit early when the sun set, one of the things that crossed my mind is that it was the first time I could ever remember truly being alone. Yeah, you know, I didn't have cell phone service, and I didn't have cell phone service last year when I was in the Andes Mountains for 8 days, but when I was there was a bunch of people, you know. I wasn't really alone, there was a lot of people. Here, I hadn't seen a single person since I left my car. It really made me reflect on how interconnected I am in society. I mean, I have a cell phone, internet, there's just so many ways to be in constant contact with people now. YouTube videos, of course, Facebook, everything. and out there is just, back to nature. So I really had a pretty downtrodden attitude that night, just from the first day being kind of rough on me. Eventually I did fall asleep, and the next day went a whole lot better. I'll get part 2 up soon, so check back again and you'll see that. Until later.